Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So it's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and we like the middle of the week because it's getting towards the end of the week, which is even better. And today what I want to talk about is I received an email last night asking me, it had like a nice little list of itemized foods and certain supplements, asking me what my opinion was on these different so-called superfoods and supplements, things like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today because this is not the first time I've been asked that, and I don't mind sharing my opinion. It is my opinion. And so pretty much the person asked me what I thought about like Maca, MSM, Goji berries, E3Live, all that stuff. And I've tried them all, and especially when I first went raw, I was really into trying things out. Everything was very new to me, so I wanted to see like what was going to happen and if it was going to help me with certain problems or not. And to be quite honest with you, most of it didn't do anything for me. But I'm happy I tried it. I have no regrets because at least I kind of knew, okay, you know, this stuff doesn't work and this makes me feel sick and this tastes awful, and there actually were a few things that I really enjoyed using, and that's good. And it was kind of nice to, like, out of the loads of things out there, to be able to pick maybe one or two things that I do stand behind. But majority of the stuff, my view is that, like, if you enjoy eating it, if it tastes good to you, then by all means add it to your food. If it doesn't taste good to you and you feel sick after eating it, then I wouldn't advise you to continue taking it. Okay, and that's like, you know, that's common sense. It's the number one thing. Second thing is that I think I've mentioned this quite a bit before, is that my view when it comes down to the body and healing the body, and this is from my experience of having quite a past, let's say, of some serious health conditions, and very, very serious health conditions I've had when I was younger. And one thing I've learned over and over and over again is your body heals itself. There is nothing outside of you that's going to heal you. Okay, when you go to a conventional doctor and get medicine, they're just treating the symptoms. They're just making you feel better and lessening the discomfort so your body can heal itself. Okay? That's what happens when you go and see a conventional doctor. When you go and see more of a natural healer, then they're using natural resources, again, to boost the body where it needs to be boosted in order for it to heal itself. But ultimately, your body is a self-healing and self-regulating and just self-taking care of entity and system, pretty much. Okay, it takes care of itself if it is allowed to take care of itself, and that's the whole thing. That's where I come in with the diet being like, get off of the processed food, because processed food is usually the root cause of a lot of problems. Processed food and dairy products and fried food, meats, things like that. That kind of stuff, if it's abused, it will throw your body off of its balance over time. And that's when conditions come up. And it could be anything from having acne to having diabetes to having, you know, getting cancers, getting all sorts of stuff. It's like everything comes from an imbalanced system. And what you want, how you want to get your body back into balance is sometimes it's just basically stepping aside from what you're doing and giving your body a break to take care of itself. And what I mean by stepping aside would be to stop feeding it the things that are harming it, the things that are throwing it off balance, the things that are feeding into a lack of energy and a weakened immune system, or an immune system that is just amped up and all over the place, right? So when it comes down to a lot of these superfoods, I think they're great if they taste good and you're making really good food with it, then by all means do it. But I'm not convinced that the superfoods are gonna save you. You save you. Your body is magic, pretty much. Okay, your body is amazing, and you can do anything with this body, but you've got to work with your body to get it to that level where it can take care of itself and do things that you never imagined it can do. So back to the list of like Maca, MSM, all that kind of stuff. You know, if you feel like you need to experiment with it, then by all means do. But I really, you know, I'm a big believer in the green juices. Okay, huge believer in the green juices. More and more every day. I'm like, I believe the green juices are the way to go. And the reason why is because it takes no or very little energy for your body to absorb all the nutrition that is in the juice. Okay, if most people these days have some sort of issue within their digestion, that let's say they're not absorbing as much as they could, and with a green juice, all the fiber, everything's been pulled out of it. So when you drink it, it just gets, you're like a sponge and you absorb all the nutrition, and your body doesn't have to work to break things down in order to get the nutrition out of something. So with the juice, even more so than even a smoothie, the juice is just readily available. All the nutrition is. And at the same time, it's a way of getting even more greens in and more vegetables in and more live food in an easier way, because you see the amount of greens and vegetables that you're juicing to make a cup of juice or 2 cups of juice. It's a lot of vegetables and a lot of greens. It's probably the equivalent of having yet another salad. And there comes a time when, you know, 1 or 2 salads a day is enough. People don't want to have a 3rd or a 4th on top of it. And so this way, you just liquefy your salad so you can get that nutrition down. And that's why I'm a firm believer behind the green juices, and I feel that's what's going to support your body to take care of itself. And if you want to try these superfoods and see what's going to happen, then do. But I would never promise a miracle with them. That's all I can say. And you know, and there's some good stuff out there, and there's some stuff out there that I feel is a little bit useless. But each person is different too. Like there's certain things that I feel nothing for, and maybe the person next to me, it's like they love it. They can't go a day without it. So we're all different. That I really think that it's something that if you're asking me this question as to what I think about it, obviously you're questioning it, and you've got to follow what your gut is telling you. Okay. But I do say get onto the green juices because anyone and everyone can benefit from it. And especially like if you want to be glowing and if you want to be beautiful and you want to keep your youth, get onto the green juices, because I do say this over and over again, is I do see the difference in people's complexions, in their spirit, in their being when they're on the green juices and when they're not. Okay. So I have to really emphasize that is worth it. Okay, so that's my little thing for today. It's Wednesday, so have a great middle of the week, and I will see you tomorrow. And remember, our 10-day juice fast is starting on Sunday, and it's November. It's, you know, we're getting nearer to the holidays, so sign up so we can do a good cleanse, a good detox before the winter comes in. This is perfect timing because the air is fresh. You know, it's that time of cleaning out so we can get ready for the winter. Okay, so go to my website, www.rawradianthealth.com, and sign up today. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a fabulous, fabulous day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.